Ándale, buenos días. No está tan temprano, ándale, estamos aquí. Well, I want to thank LULAC, first of all, for inviting me to speak. I'm David Adame. I'm the president of Chicanos por la Causa. We just celebrated our 54th birthday, luchando por la comunidad. 54 years. I want to thank Domingo and Juan and everybody, Hector, all the folks from LULAC. I'm looking forward to an expanded and even more deep relationship, and I'll talk about that in a minute. I also want to thank the ambassador. You know, I first met you in Mexico City when you were with Azteca Foundation. I went to your office back then, so it's been a long time, great relationship, so I thank you. Also, backstage, I was catching up with the Congresswoman, who's the chair of the Hispanic Congressional Caucus Institute, and just great partners here that I'm so excited to see some great friends here. But I was asked to come talk about, you know, Chicanos por la Causa, 54 years. We're in Arizona, where we started with Cesar Chavez, and then we're in California, Nevada, Nuevo Mexico. We have an office here in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, and we also are in Texas and about to go into Utah and Colorado. And Ambassador, we also have an office in Mexico City, one in Hermosillo, Sonora, and have plans to do one in Monterrey. And for my Puerto Ricanos in the house tonight, we also have one in the Isla Puerto Rico también. So I was asked to talk about unity, and I was thinking about that and reflecting on that. And, you know, unfortunately, our country has a history of being the divided states of America, not the United States of America. But we've overcome that, right? We've had from the Civil War, our country fighting against itself, the North and the South, and, you know, the North won, but the South still, even today, is begrudgingly still fighting different issues. You know, we had to wait till 1960s to get the Civil Rights Act passed. So there's still plenty of challenges. But one of the areas, you know, we've had Proposition 300, different things that we've been having to battle. But one thing I want to talk about that we really started, so we work in economic development, housing, healthcare, education. But a few years ago, we started a action fund, a 501c4, and we wanted to make sure that we politically empowered our community, because that's how we make sure that people are paying attention to us, right? And I was motivated. We had a governor in Arizona, Governor Brewer, who said, and I'm going to quote her, "Don't worry about them," and she was talking about us. "They don't vote." Man, me enojé tanto. But I said, what am I going to do about that, right? I can get mad, but what are we going to do about that? So it led me to an initiative that we started called Operation Brown Wall. In the adreda, I named it that, Operation Brown Wall, because los cabrones querían un muro, lo voy a hacer uno, pero políticamente. And we piloted in Arizona, and it was called Latino Loud, because we wanted to make sure our voices were loud. And we, as an organization, invested $10 million in the 22 election to help get the vote out. We also invested an additional $1 million to help get a proposition passed so that DACA students could pay in-state tuition. We were one of the handful of states that still were not allowing DACA students to pay in-state tuition. The good news is that, you know, in Arizona, we saved democracy. You know, they got democracy over here somewhere. We saved democracy because we had some very crazy MAGA candidates running for governor, running for attorney general. But the good news with us is that our work and our investment, we knocked on over 750,000 doors. We send out millions of information. We were enfadosos, so once we got their cell number, we were texting them, "Have you voted yet? Did you get your ballot?" And just making sure that they got out. So in 2022, for Latinos in Arizona, we had a record turnout in Arizona. And did it matter? Absolutely it mattered. You know how much our Attorney General won by? 250 votes. 250 votes. When we talk about saving democracy, the competition for that wouldn't have been good for our community. The governor, and by the way, we have our first Secretary of State, which is our lieutenant governor in Arizona is a Latino, Fontes. He won, and I'm hoping he's going to be the next governor of Arizona. Because I'm number 7 in the line of presidents of Chicanos por la Causa. And my predecessors pulled me aside in one of the breakfasts I have to catch up with them. They said, hey, David, when we were leading the organization, we had our first Latino governor, Raul Castro, if you guys remember him. He ended up being an ambassador for the United States. What are you going to do? I said, okay, challenge on. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep working hard. But what I want to say with LULAC, because I'm here for LULAC, is that we're going to create an alliance with Domingo and all the folks, Juan and everybody, because we're going to leverage each other's strengths, right? We've been 54 years, but I think LULAC's the oldest Latino organization in the country, 90-some years, right? So we're gonna work together, and we're gonna take Operation Brown Wall. We're gonna take it on a regional basis, from California to Texas. And if you think about it, when I was thinking about Operation Brown Wall, I said, you know what? If we for our community, if we can hold court in California, Arizona, Nevada, Nuevo Mexico, Colorado, and then add Texas, which I think is doable, then game over. Think about it from an electoral college vote. Game over. If you want to be president of the United States, you better darn well come talk to the Brown Wall, right? Some people try to say, well, call it like the Rust Belt, call it the Brown Belt. I said, no. Los cabrones quieren algo? Okay, we're here. You want to call us woke, whatever you want to call us, but we're here, and we're going to keep working hard. And our organization called Si Se Vota, and hopefully you guys will join in the cause. We're going to be working with all the southwestern states, and gracias a todos. We're going to take it over, and there ain't no stopping us. So gracias a todos. Que Dios te bendiga y que siga la lucha. Gracias.